Welcome back to the 5th episode of Randomizing Formula 1 Predictions. I was going to say at this point I didn't know what the order was going to be and that I was going to randomize Butters because I knew he was randomizing every question. Well, lo and behold, it is now Butters' turn because he has put in a fastest lap. So let's get right into it. Butters, Q1, you're going for P18. And by the way, just to clarify, when I say Q1, I mean question 1, the roulette question. Now, P18, is it going to be red or black? Alright, it's a 35 black, so I might double check how that works in future. If I go back through the footage and everything is 35 black, I will redo the roulette. Question 2, 3 drivers to be eliminated in the same qualifying session, that is Q1 or Q2. Who do we have first? That has unfortunately ticked Oscar Piastri. So close to greatness with Lance Stroll. You're going to have to hope for a horror show weekend for the Australian hero. I was going to say, if that was Max Verstappen, I mean, it's already over, but Nico Hulkenberg in for a shout. And our final one, we are looking at Fernando Alonso. Alright, question 3. I'm just going to quickly add those back and then we're carrying on. Sorry about the clacking. Alright, we move on to our next question. Is question 3. Butters is taking 8 places for the Craps Challenge. And let's see what positions those are going to be. There's 8 dice. I don't think we have a duplicate. Oh no, we got P16 duplicate. That is P4. Okay, so we have P3, P4, P6, P10, P11, P12, P13, no, P15, and P16. 11, 12, 15, 16, yep, and then 3, 6, 4, and 10. Okay, excellent. We're moving on to question number 4. It's been a long day. Number 4, what do we got? We have 2 drivers or 3 drivers? I think it's 2. Baccarat. Yeah, it's 2. I've shuffled it 3 times. We're already spinning. What do we got? George Russell. The first driver doesn't really matter as long as you can pair it up with a solid second driver that complements it, or vice versa. So we're adding back in George Russell, and who else are we spinning for Butters on the Baccarat? That's going to have to pop to an Antonelli, surely. Butters has a Mercedes Baccarat. Alright. That's going to be a really interesting one to keep your eye on. One of them could do really well, one of them not so well. Both probably Q3. You're probably set for that question, actually. Here we go. Bingo grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know the drill. We've done bingo enough times now. Let's see what Butters can get. Top left corner we have. It's not a bad corner, you know. Verstappen. Possibility of 3 lines. Who is next to Max Verstappen? If you have Lando Norris, you're off to the races with a top row. And it's Yuki Tsunoda. Red Bull top row, potentially. In the middle of the top row, we have Pierre Gasly. Fourth square in the top row, we have... You'll have to forgive the sirens. I live in Western Sydney. It's just a constant occurrence. Franco Colapinto. Oh, my luck, it probably won't even pick up the sirens. And I'll just be talking to myself. In the top right corner, we have the analyst Karun Chandok. Alright, you know the drill. We shuffle it 5 more times, and then we spin again. Here's the second row of Butters' bingo grid. If it was Norris or Piastri, you could look for a left row, but it looks like it's going to be Nico Hülkenberg underneath Max Verstappen. The corner is still on, as in diagonal line. Diagonal line is still on. And it looks like it is on. That is a Piastri. And with a free space in the middle, that is at least 3 solid check boxes in that line. You know what I'm saying? 3 easy to mark boxes in a row. You've got Lewis Hamilton above the free space. If Hülkenberg's doing well, you could have a second row possibility. It depends who we get with this, though. Either one of these is fine. And it's ticking over to the reporter. It's Ted Kravitz. Now the question is, does Butters have an entire staff line? He's still got 2 more to fill. Final one, rounding out the second row, is Lando Norris. Not the best spot for Norris, but given the state of this grid, it's actually in a good place. I wouldn't be mad at this so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, we only do 4 on this row, free space in the middle. You've seen a few of these bingos before if you've watched these videos in order. Alex Albon is going to start off the 3rd row. We have Esteban Ocon. And then we have the free space. And then in the 4th space, in the 3rd row, we have, heading into the second half of the bingo draft. It's not a bad shout, Liam Lawson. And finally, we are rolling one more time. And it is Carlos Sainz. Analyst Norris Sainz on the right row. Could be a shout. There's 5 more shuffles. We're going into the 4th row. Back to 5 per row here. That looks like it's going to be a Charles Leclerc. Alright, here we go. It's a 2 in 9 chance to get either the commentator or the team principal. If we do, we continue that staff diagonal. And it's going to be a ripperoni as we get Bortoletto filling up the spot. Alright, we're looking directly under the free space now. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. We have Fernando Alonso. We are going for underneath Lawson, next to Alonso. 4th box in the 4th row. And there's the commentator, David Croft. A little bit too late, as always. But nevertheless, he is mirroring Ted Kravitz, so we could have a mirror going on here. Alright, Isaac Hadjar rounding out the 5th row. 5th row? 4th row? The 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's our final row for Butters' bingo. And we have Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli in the bottom corner. We have Ollie Behrman taking up the 2nd square. Alright, underneath Alonso, next to Behrman, the 3rd square of the 5th row is probably going to go to George Russell. It will go to George Russell. Alright, and to decide the final 2 boxes, in box number 4, will Lance Stroll be last to be taken? No, he won't. He could go even further down, but it's very unlikely. Lance Stroll in the 4th box, and the team principal makes the symmetry that we have desired in these bingo predictions. Alright, question 6 for Butters. Name 3 drivers, and this is going to be your blackjack question. It's looking alright. It's going to be a half decent chance early. It's Carlos Sainz. You're going to need to be a little bit conservative here, I reckon, because Carlos Sainz does not have a qualifying record to brag about nowadays. Lando Norris, on the other hand, is a very conservative option. Could very well be the pole position, the ace, if you will. We're going to spin it round one more time. Let's see what we get. Maybe someone in the middle. It's a Max Verstappen. Even if Sainz qualifies P20, as long as Max doesn't go out in Q1 again, you're looking good. Alright, we're quickly adding Lando Norris and Max Verstappen back to the grid. Nope, we're adding Carlos Sainz back to the grid. Giving it a little shuffle and then moving on. Here we go. Your poker hand is 15, 17, 11, 7 and 3. That's actually surprisingly quick. I was expecting a double up. Speaking of double ups, we're moving into the podium question. Are there going to be 2 or 3 teams? Is there going to be a double up of drivers from one team? And Butters thinks there is going to be a double up according to his predictions. Purely randomised, same as Volley. Probably a double McLaren, but you never know. Alright, here we are. We're going for the Keno, based on the driver numbers. Even, low, or high. Every single person has been a low so far. It's a high for Butters. And then our final question, same game multi. The man, the myth, the legend. Is he going to get 4 legs? No, he's not. He's only doing 2 legs. He's playing it safe. I can't fault him. The 2 legs he's focusing on are 3 and 6, which we've seen 6 heaps of times. Which driver wins the head-to-head battle with their teammate during the race? Here we go. Both drivers of a chosen team finish within a range of 5 positions. Your choice. Okay, now I didn't prepare one for that one. Alright, here we go. I have prepared this though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pick a team, Butters. McLaren drivers, okay. McLaren drivers is not bad. We'll give that a little bit of a shuffle. In the meantime, we are going to go which driver wins the head-to-head battle while I try and figure out what I'm doing. You've got to roll, you got to roll, you got to roll. Nope, it's Yuki Tsunoda. This, I'll be honest with you, I could just roll anything at this point for, alright, here we go. Okay, this is going to be the starting position. P11. Okay, how many up? How many down? Alright, so McLaren finish P8 to P12. There we go. But honestly, that's a rough one. Tsunoda beats Verstappen. I am so sorry for your loss. Alright, so we're going to run back through Butters' predictions real quick, and then we're going to end the video. Butters has picked P18, and the roulette wheel has said it'll be a black position. So, again, we might redo the roulette. We'll see how we go. 3 drivers to be eliminated in the same qualifying are Oscar Piastri, Nico Hulkenberg, and Fernando Alonso. In the craps, we've decided to go for 8 positions, and we've picked P3, P4, P6, P10, P11, P12, P15, and P16. We have a Mercedes Baccarat with George Russell and Kimi Antonelli on the field. Bingo, you know the drill. I'm not reading it here, you can just read the results. 25 names is a lot to read. For the blackjack, we have Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. For the poker, we have P3, P7, P11, P15, and P17. For the Keno, nope. We have a double up, so only 2 teams on the podium for Sick Bao. For the Keno, we have picked high. I think it's our very first high pick in this set of predictions. For the same race multi, we have McLaren drivers finishing from P8 to P12, and if that wasn't already an impossible leg, Yuki Tsunoda to beat Max Verstappen. I am sorry for your multi-loss, butters. Thanks for tuning in to the Volley Ray Predictions Randomizer Proof. We'll see you in the next video.